All right, let's get right to it. New Orleans Pelicans versus the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yep. This one is happening Tuesday, January 27th, 2026.
That's an 8:00 p.m. Eastern Time tip-off.
And look, this is a really fascinating litmus test for the Western Conference hierarchy right now.
It really is. You check out the latest power rankings, and the Thunder are they're holding steady, still tops in the league.
They are right past the midseason mark.
Whoa,
And this is a big but. They are walking into this game with a lot more questions than you typically have for a number one seed.
Yeah, it feels a little shaky at the top, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because they're coming off that tight loss to the Indiana Pacers.
117 to 114, and when you actually peel back the layers of that score, it's pretty revealing.
It is, because it wasn't an offensive failure on their part.
Not at all. Far from it, actually. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander he was operating at peak efficiency in that loss.
He dropped 47 points.
47. And you have to put that in context. This wasn't just a one-off.
Right, he had another 40-piece just before that in AWS Rivals Week. So individually, he's doing everything. Everything you need from a superstar. But that's the core of the problem, isn't it?
It has to be.
You get a 47-point masterclass from your MVP candidate, and you still lose by a single possession.
That just screams defensive breakdown.
It points to a lack of containment. When your main scorer puts up 47, the game script says you win that game.
You win that game. Conceding 117 to Indiana suggests the supporting cast just, wasn't getting the stops they needed.
And that defensive slippage is exactly what makes this specific matchup against New Orleans so dangerous.
Well, because the Pelicans are entering this on the complete opposite note. They have serious offensive momentum.
Oh, yeah. They just took down the Memphis Grizzlies in a game that was basically a track meet.
A 133 to 127 finish. So if you just look at the trend lines, you have a Pelicans unit that just proved they can thrive in a high-volume shootout.
And they're going up against a Thunder defense that just cracked for 117. So the tactical question for Tuesday really becomes all about pace. We are looking at a potential scoreboard breaker here.
I think so. The implication is that the Pelicans might just try to outscore the problem. They know OKC is relying so heavily on SGA's production right now. Those back-to-back 40-point games are spectacular, but they also signal a kind of dependency.
So New Orleans' best path to victory might not be trying to stop Shai.
No, probably not. It might be pushing the total score so high that the rest of the Thunder roster just can't keep up.
It forces the Thunder into a shootout. If New Orleans replicates that 133-point performance, or even gets close to it, they put immense pressure on OKC to find other scoring options beyond just Gilgeous-Alexander.
And that is the friction point. That's what to watch for. The Thunder are the top-ranked team because they usually find ways to win, ugly or pretty.
Right.
But if the Pelicans dictate that tempo and push this game into the 120s or 130s,
then that defensive vulnerability we just saw against the Pacers becomes the deciding factor.
yeah, it really just comes down to whether the Thunder can reestablish their defensive identity immediately.
Or if the Pelicans' sheer volume on offense is just going to be too much to handle on the night.
Can the number one team bounce back and lock in? Or will a high-octane New Orleans offense overwhelm a Thunder squad that just let a winnable game slip away?
We'll see if the defense shows up.
Yeah.
Tuesday night, 8:00 p.m. Eastern.